Gonna load up. There we go.
I don't know why I can't find a lead tonight.
Well, hello and welcome to the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series live at Phoenix Raceway tonight. And this is, in fact, going to be race number 3 on the season. Hard to believe we're 3 weeks into it already, Michael.
Yeah, I know it's going quick.
Yeah, and one of the requests was to see if we could get the cars turned up louder, and I think I got them cranking pretty good here. At least they're cranking good in my ears. Over, under 4. Whew. That's a tough one.
We'll go under there.
Well, we're on a short track, but you take the drafting and the pack racing out of it. So when you take the drafting and the pack racing out of it, I guess it could go either way. Because it is still like a short track, and the start and the restarts are going to be as tough as any.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. I mean, there's really a lot of thinking to do there, Michael.
I'm going to go with 3, though.
And I try not to think too much. Talk about a bad idea.
It's end of the week. Don't need to think anymore.
Get a village idiot thinking, and we got some problems. But I believe we're live, and it's showing that we're good, and I don't know what no data means, but I'm pretty sure it's live. It says it is.
Yeah, you're live.
Oh, I do have some drop frames for some reason, which is a little weird because my bit rate's not messed up at all. Sometimes it's just on my screen. It'll look like it's messed up, but it won't be on the regular one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like now it shows excellent connection, but the stream just looks absolutely awful on my end.
It looks clean on my end.
It is. It's just, I'm telling you, it's just how YouTube is on the when you're on the portal. But I can see the chat tonight, which is a good sign. So what's the car sound like? Can you hear him good on the stream?
I can't hear anything right now because everything's messed up for me.
Got you. Maybe Bender can tell us. Ooh,
yeah.
Watching a car bounce off the wall, and that might be the 30 there, Justin Gann. But it's only practice for the next few minutes, and the good news for that 30 car, Justin Gann, is he's actually sitting on top of the leaderboard. Got a 27.312 versus Michael Mueller's 27.316. So 312 to 316.004. The difference in their lap times. That's close.
Yeah.
I mean, that literally... I doubt that's from Finland, Coop, but nice try, buddy. Thanks for the shout-out. We can send you an invite if you want to come in here and hang out with me and Michael. Macaulay. I don't think Nation's going to hang with us tonight. He didn't say he wanted to, Michael.
He didn't stay long last week either.
No. He's over there talking to Cody, so I think he might be good for the night. So the new overlays seem to have went over well, which is good. I don't have to change anything.
Yeah. So iRacing's just going to be dumb for me tonight.
iRacing messing with you again?
Yep.
We can't have none of that going on. All right, let me fire this up here. Oh yeah, stream looks like it's working fine. Yep, all is good in the stream world. So we have about 55 seconds left in practice. That's going to be less than a minute. Oh, wow, I'm mathing again. I got to stop it. Negative amounts of time for Coop tonight. Yeah, I understand that perfectly well. Seems like a lot of life is just a lot of negative amounts of time to complete something, and just a pain, really. But I can tell you what I do have time for. I have time for, how many laps tonight? I'll tell you in just exactly. I got time for 160 laps of some awesome cup racing at Phoenix. I have time for that. And it will be awesome racing. We see it week in and week out over here. That's one thing about my broadcast, and Coop will probably tell you the same thing, is, man, when we broadcast, we get to see awesome racing when we do it. And sometimes that's just, you get awesome fans and viewers that come in, and it's more fun than racing a lot of times. And I think we're going to qualifying now, so no better car to be on than the 51 or the 30 or one of those guys here.
Yeah.
I believe that 51 was P2 on the board, so we're going to take I guess we're going to jump on board with this cat. Hopefully we have him in the booth after the race interviewing him, and we don't have to pull him up in the booth because he's parked, right, Michael?
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it's a better week this week.
So we're on board with the 51 of Michael Mueller. And he is on I believe, lap number 1 right now in qualifying. Car looks like it's driving pretty good. You see the wheel in it. He's got quite a bit of wheel, though, in the center of the corner, so it might be just a tick tight in the center. And he is shifting from 4th to 5th gear. You can probably hear it in the gearbox. So now on this lap 2 right here, it's going to be Michael Mueller in the 51. Listen to that gearbox go down, watching it go to gear 4 here. And that's going to put him P2 on the board at a 27.459 for his fast lap. Well, that was Chad Osborne we went on board with. Now we're on board with the 00 and Nick Hunt. But he's done with his, so we're going to try to find another car. We'll get on board with the 99 of Jarrett Lipstruer. Shifting seems to be a common theme, Michael.
Yeah.
Well, they threw us for a loop and put a 5-speed transmission in the car. How dare them? We've had a 4-speed for years. What were they thinking?
We don't know what that is. That's going to be a big change, getting used to that.
I'll tell you what, that 99 is going to go to P5 on the board momentarily here. And, man, this driver right here coming down pit road finished with qualifying. But that 00, another great qualifying effort in the qualifying 4th right now. So I believe we might not find another car. Oh, the 22 of Todd Cray. The Hot Wheels machine on the racetrack. And we're going to go on board with Todd, who's currently 7th in qualifying after the 1 lap. Nice and smooth. See, smooth on the entry and exit, so that'll work good for him in the longer run. He's currently 7th on the board right now. We do want to thank everyone for tuning into the stream. Oh, look at that. Coop's going to pick a favorite, Michael.
Nice.
I think I'll pick a favorite too, maybe. Maybe we'll do that tonight.
I'll pick a favorite.
All right, so me, you, and Coop, and maybe we can get Bender to jump in there.
Yeah.
And he can pick a favorite. We still got to do over under 4. I'm going under 4, and I'm going to go just like last week and say 3. I'm going to go with 3. I think it's going to be a really clean race.
I can't go to the same, so I'm going to go to 4. We'll go right at it.
So you're not going over nor under. You're kind of even keel on that one.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm going to say 3. These guys will probably go 0 tonight, just to show us both up, Michael. But
I won't complain about that.
No, that'll be fine as well. I am doubting it'll be over 4, though. And we are, I believe qualifying has officially ended. So these guys will do a quick driver's meeting before they jump on the starting grid here. Someone convinced me they have the better driver. Jessica up there in the chat picked a pretty, actually a really good driver.
Yeah.
That 22 is not one to look past. The 4 sitting in third. And we're going to take a look at that starting lineup right here as we get a view of the field. Or there we go, right on pit road right there. But we got time while they're doing the drivers meeting, taking a little time to grid up to look at that starting grid. So here we go. Starting on the pole, last week's winner, P1 in practice, and definitely one to keep an eye on. And he'll be tough to beat, period. That's the 30 of Justin Gann. To his outside in second, another hot rod. Just had a little bit of bad luck so far. That's the 51 of Michael Mueller. Starting third is going to be that 4-car, Andrew Mraz. And if you watch the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series guys last season, you'll know that 4-car is no slouch either. To his outside, a man who's been able to get it done in qualifying for the first 3 races so far. And I think he really likes this new Cup car. That's going to be the 00 of Nick Hunt. Starting fifth, Jarrett Lipstruer in the 99. Great qualifying effort there for Jarrett. And his outside in sixth is going to be Tommy Haynes in the 17. Starting seventh, we'll see that 22 of Todd Cray. And then David Kamara in the 02 will be on his outside in eighth. Starting ninth is going to be the 18 of Casey Duncan, and his outside in 10th is going to be that 16 of Joshua Kanata. Starting 11th, Jim Thorndike making a start here tonight in a 59 car, and his outside in 12th is going to be the 32 of Darren Clement. Starting 13th, Patrick DeSalinier in the 93, and his outside in 14th is going to be Steve Dutz in the 48. Starting 15th is going to be the 14 of James Gonier, is how I'm going to pronounce that one. Gonier? We'll go with that.
Yeah, I can't even see it yet. I'm still fighting with iRacing.
All right, so the 16 of and 16th will be the 11 of Gary Wells. Starting 17th is going to be that 5 of Chad Osborne, and his outside in 18th will be John Wimbish in the 56. Starting 19th, Cade Sayer in the 12. And the Cade's outside in 20th is going to be Jonathan Cogswell in the 27. 21st will be that 21 car of Brandon Fries, and his outside in 22nd will be David Medina Sr. in the number 9. 23rd and 4th, it shows Andy Starcher and Don Kidder there, in fact, admins. So that's going to do it for your starting grid for the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series at Phoenix Raceway for race number 3 on the season here tonight. And we have lights at Phoenix and a night race going on. So now when I say night and it ain't daytime on the track, then it sounds right. It's always been kind of weird when I'm watching a day race saying tonight.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Anybody watching it that didn't know any better would say, is this guy retarded? If you have to ask that question, you in fact might be. All right, so taking a look at the field there, you see the 30, that green and black car on the inside of the front row, and to his outside, that 51 car, Michael Mueller. Then that 4 car starting in the 3rd spot. Mraz is another one in the 4 that he's a teammate to the 51, and he just hasn't had the luck yet in the first couple of races. So I'd say these guys are going to be looking for the luck to just turn their way a little bit, Michael.
Yeah.
They're both going to be tough on a short track. I don't... Do I see him on the field? Let me look here. I don't see Darren... Yep, there's Darren Clement in the 32 starting 12th. Darren was actually the race winner the last time these guys were at Phoenix, but that was with a different Cup car. And yes, that can make a difference. So have you got your iRacing working yet there?
I finally did.
He finally got it.
Just need trading paints to work now.
It took my trading paints a couple of minutes to get going here tonight, but we got it working. The numbers are on the car. The beautiful paint jobs are showing up. See the 99 with the Exalta paint scheme on there. Good looking paint job. 17 of Tommy Haynes, another really cool paint job. All of them, though. The 4 car looks real good. All of them look good.
Yeah.
We're going to follow the pace car off of pit road, and Justin Gann's going to air out the exit cone. We don't need no cone. Not where we're going. Nope, we're going 160 laps, door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel racing tonight at Phoenix with the Hyperdrive Cup Series. I'm going to be your main commentator tonight. Vern Bradley, joined in the booth tonight by the Michael McCauley. And we got a pace car diving to pit road. And we're green flagging, racing. The 30 car wasting no time, taking off and leaving the field behind them. Pretty nice when you go by the start-finish line with a 3/10 of a second lead on these guys. And we're going to restart our timing and scoring screen real quick, because it got as dumb as a main commentator here. Oh, we got contact towards the back. Now we got a wreck. And that is going to bring out a caution. That ain't how you want to start them.
No.
So we're going to try to back it up right here for you and see what went down and how it went down. And I know it involved the 93 and I believe the 02. So I'm watching it right here as they're going through the dog leg. Looks like the 93 just gets a little loose and the car kind of 4-wheel slides up the track. And it's going to affect the 93 and the 02, as we've seen both them sideways, but I don't believe anyone else made contact there.
No, it looks like the 93 clipped the apron going into the turn there.
So we did get our first caution flag. Yeah, he got down on that apron, and it looked like all 4 tires lost grip, and it just slid up the track. It washed up. So how many guys are going to take advantage of pit road? Probably on lap 2 there. Mostly just guys that were involved in the accident or anybody that might have had to get on their binders and smoke their tires a little bit. That can be a problem area here at Phoenix, that dog leg right there.
Yeah.
You'll get 90% of the guys will dip down below that line, and you'll always have 1 or 2 that won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can't see that car on the outside of you, too, when you dip down there, too.
No, you can't. So we didn't pick our drivers yet, at least I didn't. We never really put a time limit on when we could do that, though.
No, we can wait till the last lap if we really want to.
Sometimes we like to see who's going to be the competitive one and who gets knocked out and who don't, right, Michael?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like when somebody's missing on Driver of the Day and you steal it from them. I think I might know a little bit of something about that.
Happened once or twice.
Just accidentally. Might have just accidentally happened once. It's Nation's fault, regardless.
Oh, it's always his fault.
So we are side by side up there, but we're not because we're pacing under caution. Your leader, and he's led all 3 laps so far, is the 30 car Justin Gann. Couple teammates riding by each other there in second and third. That's the 51 of Michael Mueller, the 4 of Andrew Mraz. We got to get some people chatting in there. It's too quiet.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Bender. He probably passed out already.
Bender's out. You couldn't expect anything more from Bender.
No.
So 2 by 2 now. That means one thing. Get ready for a restart. Drivers following behind that iRacing pace car. All right. Pace car's in. And we're back to green flag racing at Phoenix with the Hyperdrive Cup Series at Swift Motorsports. They're going to
nice jump there too.
Yeah, it was another good restart. We got a little side-by-side action between the 4 and 00, but they're going to get it sorted out through the dog leg. But down behind them, they're still fighting for it, man. See the 59 of Thorndike right there. 22 of Todd Cray, 17 of Tommy Haynes. That 17 looked like he was going to get a look underneath of that 99 of Lipstruer, but that didn't happen. Now the 18 goes real wide. Casey Duncan in the 18 took it all the way up to the wall. I mean, he was really high on the track. They're 3 wide. Oh. Maybe a little bit of door love right there between the 32 and the 56 is loose on the apron. Starting to rethink that 3 caution count pick I took
They're racing hard right now.
Man, 5 and 18 contact. 18 saves it. They contact again. 12 cars sideways. 93 is hard into the inside wall. I heard it.
Yeah, he hit that wall pretty good there.
But he caught it down low on the track. And that's not going to trigger a caution flag. So, man, I'll tell you what, there's some racing back here with these guys. They're going at it. You see the 11 right there, Gary Wells, 18, Casey Duncan, 56 of John Wimbish, 02 of David Kamara. We're staying back here with the excitement. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Get back and see Chad Osborne in the 5 back here. 21 of Brandon Freeze. I think they got it all sorted out now.
Yeah, we almost have battle for a lead now, too.
Yep, I'm back up on it finally. It was so exciting back there, I didn't want to leave those guys. They're putting on a hell of a show, man.
Oh, they were. That was a 22.
Oh, yeah, 22's got some damage. He had some issues. It's not going to trigger a caution either. But I'll tell you what, it ain't the end of his race, it don't look like. He fell back to the 12th position, and he's going to get it recollected right here. But the car does show some battle wounds on it. It's got battle scars, Michael.
Yeah, I don't know how much damage is going to affect here, though. Maybe a little.
So I'm back up to the front, and things have changed around. You see Gann go up to the high side. The 4 of Andrew Mraz is going to take the lead. And he's going to get it away from the 51, his teammate, and the 30. He got them both, Michael.
He's moving.
That 4-car Andrew Mraz is on the gas pedal, but I'll tell you another driver hanging right with him. That 30-car right there, Nick Hunt. Nick is doing a or not the 30, the 00 of Nick Hunt. He's doing a phenomenal job behind the wheel of that thing. Okay, what's Nation saying? Oh. Only from Nation.
Yeah.
We're taking it still on that 00 right there, but we're going to get back to the front, and we're under caution. I need a car number.
Yeah, I'm trying to find who it is right now.
I might have found it, so. I got it, 11 car. We're going to jump back here, and 3 wide into the corner, and the 5 washed up. Contact with the 11 and 56, and the 11 gets pointed the wrong way. The 02 punts the 5 in the rear, and and the 11 caught it and stomped it and lost it again and hit the inside wall. So there's Bender. He's not passed out. Nation got him out of hiding.
Yeah.
So not good for the 11 right there, especially that second hit to the inside wall. Probably didn't need that one. Those kind of hits right there after the fact are just insult to injury. Usually.
Yeah, looks like we have a mixed batch too, pitting and not pitting right now.
Yeah, we got some pitting, we got some not pitting. The leader's actually one of the ones that pitted in the 4-car, but his teammate in a 51 there is going to stay out. So this is pretty exciting stuff. This is good stuff, man. This is what we signed up for right here. A little bit of pit strategy. But we are under caution number 2 on lap 15, so we're closely approaching my 3 pick on cautions. And we're about halfway to your 4.
I know.
But I told you that it is a short track, and it could race like one, and it's actually what it's doing. I think the car might even have too much grip in it.
It could. I ran a couple laps actually at Charlotte this week, and it was wide open, non-stop for the whole run. So I don't know if tire wears much in these cars at all either.
Oh, we got them all in that chat now. So 51, 00, 17, 99, and 48 are your top 5. Steve Dutz driving a 48 car. We've only been slowed by a couple of cautions so far, but man, we've seen some pretty exciting racing, Michael.
Yeah. A lot of sideways too.
A lot of saves so far. And this is all in, 15, 16 laps. You were in the booth last week, you liar. All right, so lights are out on the pace car. We're 2x2. The 51 is going to be your race leader. 00 to his outside P2 right now. At 17, Tommy Haynes restarting in the 3rd spot. Warming them tires up, man. Got to keep the heat in them, Michael. I don't
know if that actually works or not.
Well, I don't know if they've updated or not, but the guys said before these tires seem to hold up a long time, so pace car's in. And just like that, The 51 puts the gas pedal to the mat, and we're green flagging racing. Man, I rhymed there, Michael.
Without even trying there.
Well, I tried. I'm not going to lie. So the 51 gets a good restart, and that's going to leave the battle for second, 17 and 00. So, Bender, Nation, one of you guys, does it sound better? Somebody crashed hard.
Another caution. Oh, there's a big wreck back there.
I found it.
99. Everybody.
So, Nation, or Bender, or Hal, or one of you guys watching, how do the cars sound? The actual cars. Can you hear them good in the broadcast, or are they too loud, not loud enough? Give us your comment on it. And I got to do the replay on this one. So the 99, and he had help, Michael.
Yeah, just a little getting into the
Man,
turn.
and it's going to wad some cars up. And one of the cars that got caught in it, the 56 you seen did, 59. But the 4 car of Andrew Mraz. And he was the leader before that last pit caution there and decided to make a pit stop, put him back in the field. And this is what happens when you do that. That's heavy contact with the 14 for Mraz. Man, 56 of Wimbush went for a hell of a ride. Cars are low.
I don't know how Todd Craig got through that. That's pretty nice driving by him to get through there.
Yeah, that's crazy wrecking. So I might be able to turn the cars up a bit more. So we'll go ahead and crank them up. I got them cranking a little bit now. At least in my ears. I need to figure out how to get it to crank less in my ear and more in the damn broadcast. I've been working on it. We will get to it. So that's it. They can't have any more cautions. We're at my pick. 3 cautions right now, Michael.
Yeah, we're not going to have any more the rest of the way.
This is going to have to, either if we can't stop at 3, you pick 4, so we're going to have to stop there. Oh, Nation's on a warpath again. One of the requests from a couple of drivers was to see if I could crank the cars up a little bit louder, so I figured I would work on that this broadcast. But I can't get it too loud, like Bender said, where it's annoying. We don't.
It's never too loud.
We don't want annoying cars. Yeah, Nation, Macaulay Culkin. So we got the lights out on the pace car. All right, Coop put his pick in finally. He's going to go with the 5 of Chad Osborne. I haven't picked mine yet because I don't think the carnage is over with, Michael.
No, but I think I'm going to go with Michael Mueller.
There you go.
I'm going to go with our current leader.
I'm going to go with the 00 right there, Nick Hunt. And there they go, green flag and racing, restart number 3 or 2. They had an initial start and a couple of restarts. And that 51's going to leave the battle back behind everybody. You see that?
Yeah, he's got a nice gap there.
0 though, he's going to get overtaken by the 17 of Tommy Haynes, and now he's got the 41 there, and I'll tell you what, that's a rat's nest back there behind that 41. 18 Casey Duncan, 30 Justin Gann, 22 Todd Cray, 5 of Chad Osborne, and a 22 sideways.
There's someone in the wall back there too.
I believe that might have been the 22. He's going to back way up right here. Man, I'll tell you what, these guys have been going at it since they dropped the green flag, literally.
They're wrecking again.
Where's our wreck at?
Number 5, 56, 12 maybe.
Oh, yeah, I see them all slow. 5, 12, 56 car. 56 is kind of evicted his front end from the equation. So let's go back and see what happened. The wreck was in front of him. The 5 car and the 12 car looks like where it started. So let's go up to there and let's see how it had happened. Oh. Contact is how it started, and then more contact, and ouch, 5 car heavy damage. But man, the 56 nowhere to go, and it quickly removed its front end. I don't know where it went though. I seen it disappear, but I don't know where the nose piece went, so the feller can pick it up and put it back on.
I think Nation went running out on the track and took it.
As a souvenir?
Yeah.
I think that guy could use it. All right, man, they'll stay out again right here on lap 26, Michael. 51, 17, 0, 48. A lot of these guys going to choose to stay out again.
Yeah, it's going to be the last caution now. No more.
I'm going to agree with the Mermaid being numero uno. And I think Nation would too. I think that is the one thing Nation could agree with. He don't agree with much, but he'd agree with that. So if you're just joining us, you are tuned into the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series on this beautiful Thursday night at Phoenix Raceway in Phoenix, Arizona. And we are the Village Idiots Part 2 in the booth. Part of Part 1 is in the YouTube chat. So we got that part covered. We do appreciate it. Everyone that tunes in, make sure you give us a like while you're in here.
Oh, man, I should get a trophy now if I'm going to be Rookie of the Year.
The chat's going off the chains tonight. So you're the Village Idiot Rookie of the Year. That's a big accomplishment, Michael Bueller.
I'll take it.
The worst part is when Nation nominated me, it wasn't called a Village Idiot. It was called a effing idiot. So thank you for that, Nation. All right, 2x2, lights are out on the pace car. That means one thing. We're at 4 cautions, and that was your count.
Yeah.
We done blowed mine out, so we went past the 3 mark, and we're at 4 now. This car, it's crazy. It's unpredictable when you try to predict that. I think after we get a season under our belt watching it, then we'll be able to predict it better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are just going to the track too for the first time with this car right now. So.
Exactly. All the drivers are. We are. So 2x2, and there goes the 51 like a rocket. It's going to leave the 17 00 lined up behind him. 48 of Steve Dutes. Dutes actually pulling up pretty close to the back of that 00.
He actually might have fresher. Does he have fresher tires than anybody else?
I don't know. No, he doesn't. He's on the same as the leaders up there. The first one on fresh tires is a 30 car, Justin Gann.
Oh, the 02 locked him up.
So Gann is on fresh tires right here. Not fresh, but he's got about half as many laps on his as the guys in front of him. And you can see him working heavily on the back of the 48. He kind of washed up the track a little bit, and that almost give the 18 there, Casey Duncan, a look underneath of him. Dutes working the middle. Gann going to the bottom. Those guys are holding strong for having 32 laps on their tires up here in the top 3 and 4. But, oh no, contact with the 18 and the 48.
He saved it.
And the 48's going to save it, but it's going to cost him a couple of spots as you see the 22 of Todd Cray looking to the inside now. Not no more. Todd Cray's going to take the spot. He's going to bring the 4 of Andrew Mraz with him. These guys have about the same laps on their tires as the 30 car and the 18 car up in front of them. But the leader's got twice as many laps. And I'll tell you what, that 51 and 17 and 00 look pretty darn strong. Mueller leading it, 17 of Tommy Haynes in the second spot. 00 there, Nick Hunt running in the third spot. Gann's catching them.
He's coming pretty quick right now.
He was about, last lap, Tommy Haynes in the 17. Put a fast lap down, and you see he's running right with the 51 right now. And I'll tell you what, Gann looks too far in his mirror. That 18 is coming.
Hey, he's not far off.
Casey Duncan's on the gas pedal. You see Todd Cray catching those guys as well, the 22. Mraz in the 4 car looking to run them down, and Steve Dutes in the 48. Looks like he's got things settled out okay right here. Now's where we're going to start going on the long run, and you'll probably hit the caution count dead on. There's that 5 car Osborne. We've seen him in an earlier caution, but I'll tell you what, the race car don't look too bad.
No.
Looks no worse for wear right there, and that's good news for the 5. And he's got it right inside the top 10 and 10th spot right now. So while they're going green, we're going to the front. I feel comfortable about doing a through the field, so we're going to start with your leader coming out of turn 4 to the start-finish line. That's the 51 of Michael Mueller. This is turns 1 and 2 at Phoenix. The car's definitely a little bit on the tight side. It looked like he almost stopped in the center of 1 and 2, Michael.
Yeah, I think those old tires are maybe starting to catch up to him now.
Just letting that thing roll down to the bottom there. And that's a lap around Phoenix with the leader. Let's go back to P2. You're going to find this driver not too far behind him, the 17 of Tommy Haynes. And I think these guys are about to have company. That green and black car's coming in a hurry. You see Haynes doing about the same thing, man. Just really got to... Actually, he's not doing the same thing. He didn't shift in 3 and 4.
No, he's leaving it in 5th.
So he's a little bit different strategy, huh?
That might help with wheel spin, though, if he's struggling.
It could actually maybe help him keep the tires on it a little bit longer. So that's second place. Now we're going to go back to third. You can see the distance out of Gann's windshield, Justin Gann in the 30. Looking up to second place there, that's the 17 of Tommy Haynes. So that's what a gap of 1.5 seconds looks like out of your windshield. Gann getting it right down by that yellow line. Also not shifting. That car is tight, Michael.
Yeah.
You can look at the red tape on that steering wheel and watch how far to the left it's turning. And it's staying there for a long time on corner exit, too. And we're under caution.
And Andrew Mraz, it looks like.
Oh, man, that's going to leave some damage. That'll leave a mark. Let's back it up.
Oh, him and Nick Hunt.
Yeah, it looked like one of them made a little contact with the wall, and the other one was in the wrong place at the wrong time, from what I could see. You can see the 22 getting around the 4 there. And the 4 got loose on the apron, and he's going to get loose and drive up into the wall and then out of the wall, and man, oof, that 00 got caught with nowhere to go, and oh, the 4 gets going, and somebody hit the wall getting around him there. That was a bad one, Michael.
Yeah. 12 just squeezed right through there.
Yeah, Nick Hunt and the 00, nowhere to go. He tried to ride the bottom there and get clear, and that 4 car took that hit on that wall so hard it just threw him off of it. And the 00 is going to lose his front end over it, and that was my pick for the race tonight. So I'm out on cautions, but so are you.
Yeah.
But your race pick, he's still leading it.
Yeah, we got pit stops now.
Yeah, and as before, you got some that are going to come to pit road, and some of these guys, man, they need the track position, and they're going to stay out. Actually, not some of them, one of them, and he stayed out. So your stay outer right here is going to be the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell. You got Mueller, and those are some lap cars around him there. Man, and there's some damaged race cars back there. You hate to see that. That makes for a long, long 100 and I don't know how many laps we got. 14 left, 12 left.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
For a long one. Yeah.
Over 100 laps. Man, if that thing's tight with a nose on it, wonder how tight it is without one. That takes all the downforce off the car in the front.
Yeah.
That'll just make that front end want to soul right out there, man. So you see Mueller in the 51. It's going to be restarting next to the 27. Then Justin Gann back here in the 30, the 18 at Casey Duncan. And I'll tell you what, that 22 of Todd Cray restarting 5th has made a nice recovery.
His car don't look too bad either right now.
Well, the Hot Wheels machine don't look too beat up. That's a good sign. So we are working caution number 5 on lap 47 at Phoenix. Those guys got a little bit of a green flag run that last time, so it looks like they're getting it figured out and straightened out pretty good.
Yeah, they're starting to settle down here.
So lights are out on the pace car this time. 27 of Jonathan Cogswell, your leader. 51 of Michael Mueller, second. 30 of Justin Gann, third. 18 of Casey Duncan, restarting fourth. And the 22 of Todd Cray, restarting in the 5th position here. Reminder, the 27 is on 28 lap old tires. And the rest of the field is not. They're on fresh tires, so this ought to be interesting. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Pace cars in. And the green flag's out. Cogswell got a good restart. The 30's going to get going pretty good, too. He's going to look under the 51 for that second spot. We'll have to see how that battle unfolds. They're side by side.
Right now.
30 used that bottom, little quicker route, and it's going to work for him. I think he's going to clear the 51. And Duncan in the 18 is going to try to go with him right here. Off the corner, though, that 51 got a great run. He's going to pull back by the 18, and now the 18's coming under fire from the 22 of Todd Cray. Cray all the way down on the dog leg. And that didn't work for him. That almost got him passed on the outside by the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Sometimes that dog leg don't work.
No.
Man, look at the run Craig gets in the center of the corner. And the
Right on that bumper.
that 51 is just all over the back of the 30 for the lead. And you want to know where the old tires were at that restarted up front? Right back in the 8th position right now. They didn't work on that restart.
No.
And the 51, good battle right here. 51 and 30, this is for the lead. And the 22, it looks like, is going to get around the 18. What happened to the 18?
He got loose off of turn 3 and 4 and hit the inside wall.
He's going to bring it to pit road, actually. He's going to slow it down to pit road speed, but the 18 is on pit road. And I'm going to the battle for the lead. They're side by side through the dog leg. Coming into turn 3, and it looks like the 51's going to send it in there. But I don't know if he's going to get him cleared. He does. Slide job. Got him. New leader 51. This is one of those tracks where you almost have to do a slide job.
Yeah.
That outside line, the inside line's faster, but you need pretty much all the racetrack on corner exit. So when you're squeezed down under trying to pass the guy on the outside could get a little bit better run than you off the corner. It's frustrating. Michael Mueller, the leader now. 30 car Gann in second, but I'll tell you somebody who's been moving. Todd Cray in the 22. And we're under caution. And I don't know. I heard somebody wrecking, and I don't know who it was.
can't find it.
Oh. Take a stab at it, I guess. Well, we've seen him come to pit road, so. Darn it. I don't see it. I even went back looking at some of the battles to see if I could find it.
There it was. It was the 59 trying to... I don't know if he didn't have power.
Oh, let's see here.
He's on the low inside of the track.
Yeah, I backed up to it now. He's coming down into turns 3 and 4 right here. Oh, apron, man. Loose on the apron. Looks like his motor might have blown up. You can see it puffing smoke right here. So he's smoking and broken.
Yeah, that was weird. Getting loose and it just blew on him.
Maybe he slipped in his oil. Maybe it blew up first and he just slipped in his oil, but I heard some other hitting behind that. I'm wondering if he got hit from behind here. Nope, he turned it left and the brakes might have been out of it too. And that's going to be caution flag number 6 as we get back to live TV. Back on the front of the field and a quick commercial break.
All right, I'm back.
I'm still here and we're back live. Commercial was over and turned it back on. We appreciate all the viewers who've been hanging out with us. We had a lot of fun. Looks like you guys have had fun in the chat there tonight so far. And we got 101 laps to go, so pull that seat up. Don't go nowhere. 51's the leader, 30 second, 22 third, 17 fourth, 12th car of Cade Sayer now in the 5th position. And I'll tell you what, man, that 5 car, he's been bounced around a little like a ping pong ball, but he's still hanging in there.
Yeah, he's not giving up.
They're 2x2, and I heard a cold beer pop open, and we're green flagging racing. Michael Mueller getting a great restart this time. It was like the see ya button was engaged. Now Todd Cray's going to get a heck of a run out of the corner, almost enough to look under the 30 of Justin Gann for second. And we've seen how fast that 17 of Tommy Haynes was a little bit ago. He's back in the picture.
I think we're starting to see who our players are going to be.
61 laps in, the cream rising to the top, man. That 17's just showed a ton of speed here. We know he was able to run with the 51.
Yeah, he did it earlier.
But now the 22 is starting to get things figured out a little better in the Hot Wheels machine. And, of course, the 30 of Justin Gann, I don't think you can count that guy out at any racetrack. But right now, man, I've seen this story play out several times last season. That 51's the one you don't want driving away from you. Because it is hard to reel this driver back in. That's what 9/10 of a second looks like from the 51 back to the 30, but the 30 is closing the gap a little bit, and he's actually opening the gap up on the 22 some. So I think the 22 started battling with the 17 a little bit and kind of lost touch of the 30 for a second there. Man, that 30 car's driving it in the corner, Michael.
Yeah. He's catching them slightly.
Yeah, about 2/10 that lap right there. 3/10 according to the ticker. But is he abusing the right front a little more? They got about 19 laps on their tires right now. Whatever he's doing's working.
Yeah. Another 2/10 there.
But we don't know what the 51's doing. We don't know what any of them are doing, really, Michael. We don't know who's saving on old tires a little bit. So 4/10 of a second, maybe the 51, he might be riding the mirror a little bit. I don't know, though. That 30's just, he was catching them.
Yeah.
But it fell down to about 4/10, and I've seen them stabilize there a little bit now. It looks like the 30 drives it into the corner a lot harder than the 51.
It seems like they're almost running two different lines, though, too.
The 51 definitely gets it. Yeah, that 30's moving up a little bit in the center of the corner. I can tell you what it is. Through 1 and 2, the 51's better. Through 30, the 30's better in 1 and 2. Or 3 and 4, the 30's better, and in 1 and 2, the 51's better.
Yeah.
The 51 can open it up a little bit on them down here in 1 and 2, and then the 30 kind of comes back to him a little in 3 and 4. But I think now the 30 is his tires got angry. Sometimes when you drive it that hard running with a guy, you'll piss that right front off, and that thing don't want to turn no more, Michael.
Yeah, and they're both actually running two different, almost completely different. Michael Mueller's shifting, and Justin Gann's not.
Yeah, that's crazy, too, to see them be completely different like that and still running the same lap times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If people want to know what the advantages are of shifting here, it doesn't look like there is one. Our onboard showed that earlier, but it's between 5 and 6/10 of a second for that lead right now. Todd Cray in the 22, he actually looks like he's starting to reel the 30 back in now, Michael.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the 30. Oh, he got loose off the turn there. Maybe the 30 used his tires up a little too much.
17 was tight. I believe he scraped the outside wall a little bit on that last exit. Tommy Haynes able to pretty much hold pace with those guys, but the 22, I don't think the 22's really changed his pace, Michael.
No.
I think the 30 might have just made the right front angry, and that allowed the 51 to skate away a little and the 22 to reel him in some. So we're going to try it again now that we got a green flag running. We're going to try the through the field with the in-car, and we're going to get on board once again with this through the field with Michael Mueller, the leader. We're just not going to stay on the front as long because we've covered most of these guys on the in-car. Coming out of turn 4 at Phoenix to the start-finish line. That 51 car's led a lot of laps here of these 73 tonight. Go back to second place, Justin Gann. Second start of the season in the Cup car. His first start was last week as he missed week number 1. And we know how his first start last week ended up, Michael McCauley.
Yeah.
In victory lane. So start number... Yep, start number 2 right here. We'll see if it ends up in the same result. Currently, Justin Gannon, the 30, is sitting in the P2, second position. Todd Cray, though, putting a little bit of pressure on that 30 for the second spot. You're on board with Todd Cray in the 22 car. The car does have a little bit of damage, Michael, but it doesn't seem to be affecting it really bad.
No, we've actually noticed that the past 2 races, a little bit of damage doesn't really affect the car.
And he's another driver like the leader he's bringing that thing down a gear. Oh, man, he barely got off of turn 2 that time. It was tight. And something happened because he let the 17 of Tommy Haynes go. Haynes might have been pressured him.
Yeah, he might have been.
Speaking of the 17 of Tommy Haynes, we're going to jump on board with him out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Coming into turn number 1 here at Phoenix. Running a lot different line than those guys in front of him. And really feathering the throttle. You can hear it on corner exit in 2. But look at this line. He's just letting the car drift up gradually. And it seems to be working on the long run here, Michael.
Yeah, he might not be abusing his tires doing it that way.
Keeping that right front a little happier. Man, I mean, he's just on and off that gas all through the exit of 2. But we've seen how tight the car gets in turn 2 with the 22 of Todd Cray. And I think that's what happened to the 30. I think that the tires got angry, and that 51 has just done a sensational job taking care of those tires this run, Michael.
Yeah.
So let's go back to 5th spot. We're going to find the 12 of Cade Sayer, and the 22 hit the wall a little bit. Sayer's going to fight for the 4th spot right here with the 12 car. We haven't talked about Cade Sayer a lot. Cade Sayer having a great race here at Phoenix. And Cade Sayer's going to take the 4th position away from Todd Cray. Move Todd Cray back to the 5th spot.
Started 19th, too.
19th to 4th. Lap 80. We are officially halfway through the 160 lap scheduled event here at Phoenix. And on board with the 12 of Cade Sayer in the 4th spot. We're on board with the driver in 5th, so we're going to go back to the 11 of Gary Wells in the 6th position. Gary is about, he's actually about almost 4 seconds behind Todd Cray in the top 5 up there. You can see the 4 seconds on the track. He's shifting. He's moving the car up to the 2nd line too, Gary is. But we know the 11 has got a car that's got damage on it because we've seen what happened to him right at the start of the race. So he might not have the best handling race car here, Michael.
Yeah.
But still doing a great job with it in the 6th position. Good run at Phoenix for Gary Wells so far. We'll go back to 7th, and that's going to be this driver, Jonathan Cogswell, driver of the 27 car. And Cogswell's right behind that 11 of Gary Wells. Keeps it in fifth gear. And he's all over the back of that 11 right now. Man, he has got that wheel all the way to the left, Michael.
Yeah. It's just getting tighter and tighter as the run goes on.
I don't think you can turn the damn thing any farther. He's got 11 lap fresher tires than those guys in front of him. He's just melting them front tires off of it, dude. He is. Look at that red line in the center, and it's just all the way over, buddy.
Yeah, it's off my screen.
So he's using it up for sure. We go back to 8th, and this is just pretty impressive right here. I don't know what happened to him. We had it on board. It was impressive, but there we go.
Yeah, it's back.
We got it back, and pretty impressive. John Wimbish in the 56, sitting in the 8th position. I got to jump onto a different view because at one time this feller had no front end on his car. And in fact, he still doesn't.
It's not there.
So does the guy need a front end to have a good run here at Phoenix? Nope, he don't.
No.
He can do it just as good without a front end.
Yeah, maybe he's cooling his tires, keeping his tires cool.
So great job for John Wimbish in the 56 car to be sitting 8th right here. Go back to 9th. We're going to get on board with the 99 of Jarrett Lipstruer. I think Lipstruer started in the top 5 here tonight. Still hanging out in the top 10. We'll be coming out of turn 2 through the dog leg. Went up to 5th gear, right through the dog leg there. Down middle of 3 and 4 here. Going to go down to 4th. Bring that throttle up, but you can hear him working the throttle right there. I think you're on to something, Nation. I think that nose was extra weight. The front end was, so removing it, in theory, made him faster. All right, so let's get on board with our 10th place driver. That's going to be Joshua Kanata driving the number 16 car. I think when I do these onboards, I'm going to start doing a one outboard camera shot so you can see the paint job on the car. It makes sense. So there's the 16 right there, yeah. Kanata. And then we'll go back to the onboard and back to the next driver, which is going to be this guy. That's the 14 car, James Guinier. And I believe Guinier is going to go a lap down right here. 2 laps down is the 51 of Michael Mueller set sail by him. And I don't think anybody's got any chance of slowing that 51 car down right now. He's on a rail, man.
Yeah, he's doing something to save his tires.
So there's the 14 car Guinier. We're going to take a look at the outside of the paint job on the 14. That way, if we're under a caution or anything and they get bound up, you know the paint job of your favorite driver. So we'll go back one more to the 4 car. Andrew Mraz currently sitting in the 12th position, and a decent recovery so far for Mraz in that 4. I don't think he's got a straight corner left on the machine, Michael.
No.
And we'll do the onboard with not the chopper view. Bad click of the camera. There's the onboard. That thing is so tight coming out of turn 2, man. Nation's getting it figured out. Take the nose off. It's lighter and faster, he says. With
the have to try it.
Nose on, it's heavier, and you're back here outside of the top 10. So we're going to go to 14th, and man, we got a little bit of side-by-side action here. On board with Casey Duncan in the 18 car. He's working around Haynes right there, and Haynes is in the 3rd spot. So Duncan is how many laps down here? 14 laps down the 18 car. He actually taking a look to the outside of the 17 right there, Michael. That 18 had some speed in it, though, before he got caught up in that wreck and put all them laps down.
Yeah, he did.
Let's take a look at some of the damage on the 18 car here. Oh, it don't look too terrible. It's still fast. All right, so let's go back to the next driver on the track. That's going to be the 21 of Brandon Freeze, currently in the 14th position. We'll take a look at Freeze's car before we go on board with Brandon here. And we're on board, and man, I mean, another one coming out of turn 2 just has to get all the way out of the gas to keep it out of the outside wall. Nation. You reading those comments, Michael?
I'm reading them now.
Oh, my God. Went rated R in the chat.
Real quick.
Got to expect that from Nation.
Yeah.
All right, so last driver on the track right now, and he's on pit road. That's the 00 of Nick Hunt. My driver picked to win the thing, but I don't think he's going to do it from 42 laps down on pit road, man.
No.
Unfortunately not. And he is the last car left on the track, but we have some green flag pit stops going on right now. And throughout the cycle of them, it's going to temporarily hand the lead over to this driver right here, the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Behind him is the 12 of Cade Sayer, and then the 22 of Todd Cray. So green flag pit stops are happening. Michael Mueller, our leader, has made that green flag pit stop. And we're looking at him right here. He's catching back up to the leaders, though, to get his lap back. And he goes around the 12 and 17 as they come to pit road. So that's going to put the 51 and the 30, who are real close together. Mueller and Gann are back on the lead lap. This ought to shake itself out now.
Yeah, it should.
Green flag pit stops happening right here, lap 99-ish. I think some of those other guys waited a little later to get inside a fuel window here. I'm looking, man. I mean, some of them guys went over 50 laps on that last run. Michael, you think they got enough to go 60, 61?
I'd be pushing it. They have to at least probably make one more stop.
If Bender is in fact on a Bender Nation, then Bender might not be with us right now. I'm just pointing that out.
Summon text, see if he's awake.
So what do you do, Michael McCauley, if you're the 30 this time? I mean, and what I mean by that is he put a solid run on the 51 the last time, getting to him. But he used up his tires and he faded back. So do you just kind of save your tires here?
I think you save your tires and then maybe short pit a little bit.
Oh, and just getting back to it, point something out right here. The car missing the nose piece is the leader. The 56 of John Wimbish is currently the leader of the race by 9 seconds. And he has about 45 laps on his tires. So
he could actually stretch it.
Wimbish and that's probably his idea. And if he's the only one that can, man, oh man, I mean, this could work out good for a feller. If the no-nose car wins at Phoenix tonight, somebody wrecked. Oh, there's a slow. Was that the 12 of Sayer? Nope.
No. I think, no, this is 16. I think the 16 blew up. Yeah, 16 blew up.
Who's the 16? Kanata?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the 16. He's going to drive it down to the bottom right here and exit out. And we're going to stay green flag. That was the smoke I seen then when I was keeping an eye on this 56 car. So I know Wimbish can go a few more laps, man, and that'll put him real close to being able to make it here. But, man, that car won't turn.
No, he looks really, really tight right now.
It has lost its turning ability. As you see the 51 of Mueller closing in quickly here. Mueller going to pull up behind him, look to the bottom on the apron. And there's the pass for the lead. That's going to move the no-nosed 56 car to P2. And probably quickly to P3 as the 30 of Justin Gann catches them and goes by here. But still, I like where the 56 is at.
Yeah.
And Nation puts his vote in for the 56 because of the weight reduction. Right, Nation? Oh, my God. Nation turned itself into Einstein, Michael. It's the end of the world as we know it. Nation's Einstein, and I'm Tesla. You'd think Einstein would be in the booth making these calls tonight.
You would think so.
He can do that in the chat, but when he's in the booth, he don't come up with that stuff. That's what we're looking for, Nation.
Too much pressure.
Is that what it is?
It's got to be.
That 56, he just floats her through 1 and 2 there. And back up front, 107 laps of 160 by 1.3 seconds, the 51 of Michael Mueller. Weight Watchers and iRacing. That would be removing body parts to gain an advantage, Nation. Whatever works. Right, Michael?
Yeah.
If it's too heavy, remove it. We don't need it no more. We certainly don't need it where we're going. That hood is overrated. It just prevents people from seeing how pretty your motor is. Maybe you got a lot of chrome on it. You know what I mean?
Could be a clear hood. Clear front end, you don't see it.
Yeah, you don't see that. You know what they say about chrome, though, Michael? Chrome don't get you home. So 1.6 seconds now, the advantage, but we're going to ignore that. We're going to pretend like we don't see the gap. Because I have a feeling the 30 back here in second might be playing a little trickery.
He could be saving right now.
He might be saving on the old front tires, not going up and putting no pressure on them, and going to have something towards the end. And if these guys got to stop again, man, is it splash and go? Do you grab a couple tires while you're in there? What are you going to do?
That's a tough one.
Because I'm sure there's still going to be, only a handful of laps to go or so, maybe 10, 12.
Yeah.
When they have to come to pit road, or do you short pit a little before that and grab 4 tires and just haul the mail with it? What do you do? I don't know they'll be on the same strategy if there's going to be guys working a different strategy. As we're watching, I believe it's Brandon Freeze there in the 21 working on the back of the 30 of Gann. That's not for position. Freeze is, in fact, a few laps down right there. But if he can get up there and get around these guys, he's got fresher tires, then that could potentially put him 2 laps down and help him out.
Yeah.
He's working.
Especially with the caution.
Yeah, working pretty hard on the 30 car right here. So the gap is going down a little bit now. But again, I'm not paying attention to that. Not till we get later in the run. So now back to the 17 at Tommy Haynes, riding in the 3rd position. And then I'm going to point out a driver who's recovered a little bit, Michael, from the before the green flag pit stops. That's this guy in 4th right here. We had watched him fade out of almost out of the top 5 on that long run. And he has recovered here and got himself into the top 4 once again.
I think he just clipped the wall there too.
Oh my gosh. Nation is on. He's on fire tonight, Michael McCauley. I mean, absolutely in flames. You'd think somebody poured gasoline on the feller.
Yeah.
Or maybe even kerosene. His comments tonight, though, are solid gold. Why listen to the commentating when you can read Nation's comments? All right, so Wimbish brought her to the pit road 8 laps ago. That was at 109.
He may be able to stretch it.
He can stretch it. I mean, that'd only be 51 laps. So I know one car that is not stopping again. The one car that has no nose will probably not be on pit road for the remainder of the race. He was the one his nose disappeared and was gone, Michael.
Yeah.
They couldn't recover the nose to tape it back on because it was gone. It was vanished. I wonder if it's, in fact, in the trunk of one of these other cars.
Could be in the garage.
Is that what the fish said when he hit the wall, Nation? Damn. That's how humans come to name them dams, right? They're like, we need to stop this water flow. Damn. All right, so I'm not paying attention to the gap, but it has extended.
Yeah, definitely has.
Lap 121, that's 39 to go. If I'm mathing right, we'll ask Nation. Am I mathing right, Nation? 31 to go. We're not looking at the gap back to second because we quit paying attention to that. If there's one thing we know is that timing and scoring don't account for if a guy's saving or not. And when we talk about that, I'm mostly talking about the 30 back here in second, Justin Gann. It has been a lot different racing, Michael, than the pack racing we've seen.
Oh, definitely.
In the pack, they could run an entire run, and you can't get away from the other car. And here at Phoenix tonight, that's not the case, man.
Yeah, this is what you're a little more used to.
You know, different tire strategies, pit strategies, separating the field quite a bit right here. That 21 of Brandon Freese is still working on the back of that 30 car. And there's a battle in front of them between the 14 and the 27. $30, $21, $14, $27 all in this group. Oh, that 30 almost got a whole back bumper full of the 21 right there. That 21 did a great job on the brake pedal to keep from taking his bumper off.
Yeah.
I think he caught a feller off guard a little bit. But they got it sorted out, and they're not 2x2, 3x3. They're all kind of single filed out right here. But I think that did cost him a little extra time on that gap we're not paying attention to. And you see that Cade Sayer in the 12 has once again worked his way around Todd Craze 22. Now putting Sayer back in the 4th position. And he's only about, I don't know, a couple of seconds behind Tommy Haynes, number 17. And
yeah, he can see him.
This last round of pit stops, man, a little bit of pit strategy could be all the difference between running 1st and 4th. Or 1st and 5th as far as that goes, because Todd Craze right here with the 12. These guys can all see each other. Talking about the... I think Gann pitted.
Did he?
Yep.
I was just about to say, if you want to change up your strategy, now's probably the time to pit.
Talking about changing them up, there's 32 laps to go, and the 30 is on pit road right here.
Mueller's following him in now, too. He knows what he has to do.
These guys are probably planning a 4-tire stop. Right sides are up. Down. Left sides are up. Down. And the 30's still sitting. That's a bad sign, Michael McCauley.
Yeah, he probably got speeding on that one.
He got a 45-second hold, I'll bet you money, for speeding on entry. Man, 30 doing so well running in the P2 spot. Look how bad that is. 45 seconds at Phoenix is absolute disaster to have happen. 30 laps to go in the race, and he's still sitting there. 45 seconds is an eternity. There he goes. Oh. And now the 17, who briefly took the lead over, is headed to pit road. That'll put the nail right in your coffin in the race, man.
Yeah.
That's bad, bad news. So we see Gary Wells right here in the P2 spot, and he's on pit road. That's going to hand her right back to the 51 when it settles out. And we're going to see... Bender thought Nation left, so he left. Well, you see how you are, Bender. You don't want to stay here and hang out with me and Michael. Exactly 30 laps to go here, Michael. We're not even going to look at that gap, though, between 1st and 2nd, are we?
No. There's no gap.
That was a little messed up, Nation. I'm going to go with that one. It kind of hurt my feelings. Oh, I don't have any feelings to hurt. That's right.
Last time I get him dunking.
And that's going to hand... I'll tell you what. This driver right here has done a great job. Cade Sayer in the 12 car. In the P2 spot, and if it stays green, probably next to no chance of making up 13 seconds on that 51. But very respectable position on the racetrack with 28 laps to go. You know they can go the rest of the way on fuel and tires. And 6 looks like it may, in fact, be the magic number, Michael.
Yeah, looks like it.
It's like after 6, they got it squared away, and they're like, all right, let's go. 17 car, Tommy Haynes sitting in the P3 spot. And right behind him, Todd Cray, asserting himself back up into the battle again. Cray in the 22 seems to be really good on the short run. About midway through the run, it looks like he falls off a little bit. Now Bender's giving us his preferences, Michael.
We can boot him, right?
Actually, let me do something for you. There you go. Now post something, you'll see what I did. Actually, Bender could...
Oh, nice.
He can silence you, too. He's got a wrench. If you have a wrench, it means you can work on something. Battles P2 right here. Cade Sayer, 17. Tommy Haynes, 22. Todd Cray, and 12.4 seconds. They might be racing for a podium finish here. Right now, the 17s and 12 and 51 are clearly on the podium. The 22s just outside looking in. Plus, man, another position's another point at the end of the race.
Yeah.
Nope, can't ban each other. This is close racing right here with the 12 and the 17. Second position. And in your viewpoint right here, second, third, and fourth position. And do you want to know what a 45-second penalty will do on pit road? It'll take you from second to a lap down in the ninth position. That's what 45-second penalty will do on pit road.
That's got to be frustrating.
I've been there and done that, and I'm sure a lot of us have, and yes, it is frustrating.
We've all done it, and you want to quit when you do it.
Gann stays with it in the 30. He's got it in the top 10. Going to salvage a pretty decent points finish here. And speaking of the car without a front end, well, he's still out there, and he's currently running in the 6th position. Talk about salvaging a points night, Michael McCauley.
Yeah.
That's what you call, that's the definition. If you looked up salvaging a good points night, it'd show a picture of that car. John Wimbish, the king of salvaging good points nights in the Napa Auto Parts machine. And that 56 car's been soldiering on for a long time that way, Michael. Jonathan Cogswell, another notable driver to look at here in the 8th position, driving the 27 car. He's one of the ones we've seen restart up front with old tires. And he went right back to about this position right here, the 8th position, but he's got himself on a similar tire strategy as the guys in front of him, and he's still got her up there in 8th, Michael McCauley, so he's in pretty good shape to have a decent points night as well.
Yeah, and he started 20th too.
Looking at a car 4 laps down here. We got 2 1 lap down, actually 3. Nope. Maybe 4, I don't know. Probably 4, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 1 lap down, and then 10th right here, the 14 James Gunnier is going to be 4 laps down. And we have 16 laps to go of 160 here. That means we've completed 144 laps of racing at Phoenix with the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series. Looking at the leader right here, Michael Mueller putting the 14 car another lap down potentially. Mueller going to work to the inside. And no problem clearing the 14 right here. And this is all 13.6 seconds ahead of second place Cade Sayer right now. This is the point where the 51 just kind of clicks it on cruise control, Michael.
Yeah, no mistakes.
All right, Bender, we'll be sure to let you know who finishes in the 4th position.
Todd Cray's on the move. He passed Tommy Haynes, and he's putting pressure on Cade right now.
Yeah, I'm checking that out. We're getting back to the battle. He did get around the 17 of Tommy Haynes, and he has kind of got a laser beam set on the 12 of Cade Sayer. It's getting late in the race, man. That 22 is going to be on that podium, Michael McCauley.
Yeah.
Todd Cray's going to be in the booth after this race is over. I think I said it last week. I kind of expect him to be, didn't I?
Yeah.
So he had to get at least the 1 spot, put him in the interview room, and I think that going after second there is just kind of to solidify it. Give yourself a little cushion. Because Tommy Haynes ain't going away. He's still back there. There's 12 laps to go, and the battle for second is the battle on the racetrack. No doubt about it. In one frame, you see second, Cade Sayer, third, Todd Cray, fourth, Tommy Haynes. Cray's there, but that 12 car is pretty good. What would you do to pass here, McCauley?
Not spin out.
I mean, it's one thing to run a guy down, right? But how do you get around a fella if he's running the same line as you?
It's hard to. I mean, you got to start changing your entry of the turn, or.
You see right here 2 different lines as we go to 10 to go. But Tommy Haynes is closing back in a little bit, man. And Haynes has a completely different line. Man, it's almost like we're getting at that point on the tires where the 22 starts going the wrong way. Maybe he saved them a little different on this run.
Yeah.
Oh, 22's in the outside wall. The 17's all over him now. 9 to go. He pancaked it, too. He flattened that right side out. He didn't lose a lot of time, though, to the 12, but he did back up to the 17 pretty good right here.
Yeah, I wonder how much that tightened him up now.
We're going to find out as there's 8 laps to go, 7 when they go across the line, and the 17 got a run on him down the straightaway. Tommy Haynes right to the bottom, taking the spot. 17 of Tommy Haynes back on the podium, and Todd Cray's outside looking in. I told you he wanted that buffer zone. Second. Man, the 17 using every inch of the corner. Literally. And the outside wall right there. Sparks were flying. I don't think the battle between the 17 and the 22 is 110% over with.
No, it's not done yet.
And there's 7 laps to go on the track, and these guys are, if a guy misses a braking point, he's into the back of another guy, and we got caution number 7. Taking a look to the inside, but that 17 uses that bottom on corner exit, so he turns the car down there. And it just ain't there. You almost kind of got to wait for a guy to make a mistake to get around him. And the 22 was so tight out of turn 2 that time, he lost 3 or 4 tenths. And that might come close to solidifying it. You see Gann in the 30 catching those guys, but Gann is a lap down. Look how fast that 30 car is, Michael.
Yeah.
Five laps remaining. 5 laps. Cade Sayer in that 12 car's kind of opened it up a bit. In second, he said, I'm going to leave the 17 and 22 to battle for that podium spot. I'm in there. But nobody, I think the only one that may have had a shot at that 51 tonight is the one that got the penalty on pit road on that green flag stop, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, he was holding within like 2 seconds for the most part of them, but that penalty killed him.
He was the one driver that, if anyone had anything for this 51 of Michael Mueller, it would have been Justin Gann's 30. Speaking late in the race anyway. We know Gann got hit with a pit road penalty. 2 laps to go for this driver, though. No pit road penalty on the green flag pit stop. Nice and solid. 15-second advantage over second place. He left the battle to be with the rest of the field tonight, literally. Michael Mueller said, that's it. I'm checking out. I'll see you guys later. And for the first time at Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series, with the new car, for the first time with the new car, race number 3 on the season, the white flag's out, and the driver of the 51 car, oh, we know he's in the driver's seat, and he's coming through 3 and 4 for the last time, Michael Mueller. Out of turn 4, down the straightaway, will win at Phoenix with the Hyperdrive Cup Series. Michael Mueller. We got plenty of time to catch this battle for second and third. It was 16 seconds behind. Cade Sayer, number 2, and Tommy Haynes is going to score the third and final podium position. Notable finishes, though, are going to go to the 22 of Todd Crayon fourth, the 11 of Gary Wells. A no front incarnation has finished in the top 5. Gary Wells in the number 11. No front end and in the top 5, Michael.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
So we're on
and
the
no back end.
51 cars. He's going to burn them down, and rightfully so he should. That's what you do when you... That's what you do when you win, right?
Yeah.
You win and burn it down.
Blow the rear tires out.
So we're going to wait on the guys to get up in the WFO waiting room right here so we can get our post-race interviews going on. Oh, heck, we can probably go down there and find Mueller.
Yep, he's in the waiting room now.
All right, so we're going to get him. What room are we in? Oh, never mind. Michael Mueller, this is Vern Bradley and Michael McCauley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How we doing, guys?
We're doing great, but probably not nearly as great as you are.
No, we're doing decent right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. We're doing good.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, it looked like the 30 could keep pace with you for a little bit, but you just, man, you were the class of the field tonight.
Yeah, we definitely did a lot of work during the week. I appreciate everybody who came out and did the practices, and we knew it was gonna be a rough start. Cars are totally different than what we've ever had here before, so we knew it was gonna be kind of tough. So I just told everybody just you know, let it calm down. We're gonna get the green flag runs. We really need to focus on the long run. And sure enough, after everything kind of sorted its way out there, we got the long runs, and I knew Justin could stay with me, so I was like, I'm gonna let him stay with me. I want him to get as close as he can. I just want to save my stuff and hang back a little bit and be able to pull away after about 15, 20 laps. So it worked out that way. So I guess we just prepare the same way every week. That works out.
Now, patience prevailed. There's no doubt, and I could see how patient you were with the car, and I think that really was the key. The 30 seemed to be able to keep patience with his, and man, that pit road penalty pretty much sealed that deal for you there, Michael.
Yeah, I came down pit road. I heard he pit, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not waiting any longer. I mean, I've seen how that worked out, staying out too long and getting caught. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna come in next lap, and I came in my box and I saw him there. I'm like, oh no, like I hate to see it for the guy.
Yeah,
Um,
we were watching to see how many tires he took and if anybody worked strategy, and they dropped his car off the jack and it didn't go nowhere, and I'm like, oh no.
yeah, it was just the car's tough. I mean, it's loose on exit for like the first 2 laps, and then about 10 laps, it just starts to get plowed tight. So I mean, you really gotta be patient. You gotta be able to roll corner and maximize your center speed to get off and really drag the straightaways. And turn 2 was the most important corner of the track for me. It felt like, I mean, if you can get out of there, you were pretty good, because 3 and 4 is just pretty easy to get through.
We also seen a couple of different strategies with the shifter.
Mhm.
We've seen some of you guys that were going down to fourth gear and other guys that were just leaving it in fifth.
Yeah, we worked on that, and I preferred going down to fourth gear. The way I attack the corners, I get there a little more aggressive than some people. So the fourth gear definitely helped me rotate through the center and get the straighter runoff, so I can get rid of that loose for the first couple laps, and it just kind of helped my steering, and less wheel I could put in the car saved the right front a little bit.
Absolutely.
So I think that worked out best.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I mean, going down to fourth there could have even helped loosen a tight race car up a bit, and it's whatever a guy's comfortable with. And I totally understand that. But man, Michael McCauley actually picked you to win the race tonight, so
It's the Michael thing. We talked about this last week. I mean, us Michael's got to stick together, and he knows, so it works out.
well, he did it tonight, man. He was right there with you, and my driver, he got wrong place at wrong time, and he was missing his hood and everything else about halfway through there, so that was a bad deal. And
Yeah, it was tough to begin with, and my goal was just to stay out front through the early parts of the race and just kind of, we had all those cautions early. I'm like, do I pit? Do I stay out? I'm like, I'm just gonna stay out. Like, I don't want to go back there, and it worked out perfect. So, thank everybody who came out and practiced, and we all put the work in this week. We did a couple practice sessions, and I mean, we got 1-2. I mean, Cade got his first podium of the year, and that's awesome for the guy. I mean, he drove a heck of a race.
absolutely, man. And I think you guys got a couple of weeks off after this one, which means I'll have a couple of weeks off too.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks off, or a week or 2 weeks off, and then we come back for I think Daytona Road Course. So
Actually, I'm looking at the schedule. I believe we're going to come back for Kentucky on the 17th.
oh, Kentucky.
Yep.
Gotcha,
And then
gotcha.
it's going to be Daytona Road on the 24th. But congratulations, Michael Mueller. It's your first win of the season in the new Cup car here with the
Yeah.
Hyperdrive Cup Series. So that's got to be awesome, man. After all the wins
Absolutely.
last season.
I know. Yeah, I was getting kind of worried for a second. I mean, I've been talking to you guys, but it hasn't been the place I want to talk to you at. So I was getting a little bit worried, and we waited a little bit longer this season. So hopefully, this is a start of a trend to where we can
Do
come up here and
post-race
I can talk to you
interviews.
now. Yeah, I like the post race interviews, not the mid race interviews. Those ones scare me, but the post race I can get along with.
All right. Well, I think them other guys better watch out, man. You got the monkey off your back here in Phoenix tonight, and take a couple weeks off and come back at Kentucky, and we expect good things out of that 51 car.
Absolutely. We got the one, so we're gonna start the run again. So
Well,
works out.
Michael, do you have anyone you want to thank while we got you up here, buddy?
Everybody at M2 Speed Labs, Cade, Gary, Mraz, Josh, everybody that runs with us down there. Jarrett, he's back on board with us now. He just showed back up. So everybody who does all the work, you guys doing these broadcasts. I mean, I always gotta go back and watch them on Fridays, so it works out. Don, Andy, everybody. I mean, everybody does a great job. You guys run a great league. You guys run a great broadcast. It's just amazing.
Well, thank you. And we didn't get, for half the broadcast, we didn't have the Vern, Michael, and Michael show, but we got the Vern, Michael show in the post race.
Yeah, the post race is the perfect spot for the Michael. It's like I just got to round out the broadcast, and that's perfect.
Well, you did it tonight, man, and you did it the way that you want to, victory lane. So go enjoy it, Michael Mueller, and we'll catch you back in a couple weeks at Kentucky, buddy.
Absolutely, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All righty. That was the race winner, and we're going to go to one of his teammates, which is going to be that 12 car, I believe. So let's go find him real quick. And do you want this one, Michael?
Yeah, I can do this one.
All right, there you are.
Hey, Kate's there. Welcome to the
You want to try that one again?
We'll try that again.
All right. There you go.
Hey, Kate's there. Welcome to the
I don't think he wants to talk to us.
I don't know. Maybe you should try this one.
All right, we'll give you Tommy Haynes. There you go.
Hey, Tommy Haynes. Welcome to the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, buddy.
Hey, congrats on that third place finish tonight.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It's about the best run I've had all year so far. I was running good last week, and I think we had a net code issue and got tore up, but it was just good to finish in the top 3 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like later in the run the car got tight. Was that kind of how it went? The longer you went, the tighter it got?
Yeah, I was good on the short run. I think as the run went on, a lot of them was shifting, and I wasn't doing that. And I burnt my tires up. I literally had no brakes at the end of that race. It was like the pedal was like hard as a rock. So I guess if I'd learned how to shift and stuff, I could have saved my right front, but I didn't do that. So
Yeah, I can't quite remember. Were you part of any of those early cautions beginning of the race, or kind of made your way through them?
No, I was not.
I see you're lucky enough to make it through them.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Yeah. Anybody you like to thank for the race?
I got I'd like to thank my sponsors, Autos by Nelson. I got Johnny Bootleggers. Y'all go out and grab you a couple bootleggers. They're pretty good.
I need a couple.
There you go. Them things are really good, though. Thank y'all for your broadcast, Justin and everybody in the league for putting it on. And like I said, I'm glad to get a top 3 this time.
Tommy, it's good to have you back in the booth, buddy. It's good to see you have a good run here tonight.
I appreciate it. Hopefully we can continue this next week.
I wasn't taking it away from you there, Michael McCulley. You can
No,
have it.
I was gonna say too. You have a pretty sweet paint. We were looking at it the other week. Yeah, you got a pretty sweet paint going there.
Oh yeah, I remember the was it the first race? I went back and watched the broadcast, and I like the way the bootlegger car. That's pretty good. I liked it.
Man, I'm loving on the bootlegger. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me some.
They are good. They are really good.
That's an awesome paint scheme, man.
I got to thank Splash and Go Graphics for the paint. He fixed me up pretty good. He pretty much does whatever. I send him my stuff and he'll just fix it up and send me a copy of it. And most of the time he does pretty good work, so I can't complain on that.
Yeah. Anything you want to hit on, Vern?
No, man. Tommy had a great run at top 3 tonight, and he had to earn it. He had to battle that 22 car there at the end.
Yeah, I seen Todd coming, and I done by that time when he caught me, I done burnt my stuff up, and I just let him go, and hopefully I could cool it off a little bit. And I cooled it off just enough to get back by him. I was trying to get Caden, but my stuff was shot then. I didn't wasn't no catching him.
You bootlegged him for sure, man.
That's right. That's right. Hopefully we can bootleg him next week.
There you go. Actually, we're going to have a couple of weeks break, a couple week break before we come back to Kentucky.
Okay, that's right. We do. I'm on vacation next week, so I'm gonna enjoy it.
So how's your how do you feel about Kentucky since we have you in here?
Probably gonna be bumper to bumper, I'd say.
Well, bumper to bumper that bootlegger to the front, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shove him out the way. I'm
Tom-
gonna throw bootleggers out the window as I'm passing them.
Man, Tommy, it's good to have you in the booth, buddy. Congratulations on the top 3, and hopefully we get you back in the booth in a couple of weeks here.
I'll give me a win here. I'll give bootleggers to everybody.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good Memorial weekend. Thank you, sir.
You too.
You too.
Thank you,
buddy.
Tommy.
Bye.
That's Tommy Haynes. He was the driver in P3, and I guess we can try with this feller one more time here. So here we go. Cade Sayer, Vernon Michael in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's up? Sorry
Hey,
about
hey, there you are.
that. Technical issues on my end for some reason.
Yeah, we tried to get you up here in order, broadcast order, but you disappeared on us a couple times. So I thought you might have some audio technical difficulties going on.
Yep, I'm not sure what happened, so I apologize there.
No need to apologize, buddy. P2 tonight at Phoenix has to feel pretty good.
It feels amazing. Phoenix is one of my bad tracks, I guess I would say. Never really had success here to begin with. Like, for instance, I started in P19. So coming into the race, I didn't have a lot of hope. I just really wanted the top 10, to be honest with you. But with all the chaos that happened early on in the race, I was able to escape most of that and be able to put it up front and just to stick it up there. And strategy also went in my way as well. So I guess it took me by surprise getting a P2 finish, but I'll gladly take it for being a really tough race course.
There you go, man. We watched that Hot Rod 12 car come forward, and nobody handed you nothing, man. You worked really hard for it out there tonight, Cade. And I believe that was your teammate in Victory Lane in the 51, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's correct. And we also had another teammate, also in the top 5, Gary Wells.
Gary Wells, that's right, bringing it home in 5th in the 11. And that was, I believe that he brought it home 5th without a nose piece on his car.
Yep, that's correct. He was battling with damage all night, and so I was glad he was able to still make success out of a damaged race car. But yeah, it was a good team win there.
So you got to do some pretty good battling there, especially towards the end with the 22 and the 17. So tell us a little bit about that battling with those guys. And
Right, yeah. So we had to split a pit cycle between the second one to last one and the last one, and basically what I did was I pitted early because I did not have any short run speed at all, especially for Tommy and Todd. So I pitted a lap or two before they did, so I can get around them using pit strategy. Yep. And I spoke to Tommy, and he actually said that he didn't downshift in any of the turns throughout the race, which really hurt his right front. And then my car had a lot of long run speed because there was times where I was down in third gear between 1 and 2, and there was times where if I was tight in 3 and 4, I'd go down to 3 so I can get some turning into my tires. So what really took place was I had to get around them somehow, so pit strategy was the answer for that. Unfortunately, I didn't have the short run speed like I mentioned, so I had to just battle it out with Tommy and Todd and hold them back and walk their lines. And I think for about 10 laps, I had to hold that line and maintain my tires at the same time, and it wasn't easy, but we were able to keep it up in front of them, and so yeah.
Cade, you did a awesome job there. working out the pit strategy for the final run and doing everything you did to bring it home P2, and you earned it tonight. Buddy, do you have anyone you want to thank while we got you up here?
Honestly, I just want to thank my teammates because like I said, this is a tough race course for everyone, especially myself. Just starting from 19th, I had no idea what I needed to do, and my teammates gave me pointers throughout the race on what to adjust and what to do as the race went on. So really, I'd just like to thank my teammates, and then also just everyone at the end of the race, especially lap cars that were getting out of the way. And so, yeah, I would like to thank my teammates mostly, but yeah.
Cade, you have an awesome team to lean on there. And that 51 in the 4, both of them, I've seen win multiple races last season here. So you are in good company with that team you're on there. And
for sure.
Great run, finishing in the second position here at Phoenix, and great points night for you. Really good points night. So you get a couple weeks break, and hopefully we'll get you back in the booth for a post-race interview after Kentucky.
I sure hope so.
We hope so too, Cade. It was great talking to you, and you have a great night, man, and enjoy it.
All right, you too. Thanks, guys.
All right, and that's just like that, Michael Mueller. 160 laps are gone. Or Michael McCauley.
You're good.
Too many Michaels going on. 160 laps down here, and the track's emptying out. Fans are still hanging in there, though. That's amazing. Usually they're fighting each other to get out of the parking lot.
Yeah.
They're hanging in there with their flash cameras tonight. I still see them going off, but we have completed 160 laps with the Hyperdrive Cup Series at Swift Motorsports. And yes, we talked about it with the drivers. We are going to take a couple of weeks off and enjoy a long holiday weekend and stretch that out over a couple of weeks. And we'll be back on, I have to look at it again, June 17th at Kentucky Speedway is going to be our next broadcast, and that's when we're going to make our return to the booth here. That's when I'll return to the WFO booth, period, Michael McCauley.
Nice.
Yeah, I won't be doing nothing for the next 2 weeks, so maybe I'll get on iRace and play around with. I don't know. But man, it was a interesting race. And they took care of the cautions pretty early, and then it turned into pit strategy in the long run, man.
Yeah, no, it was, like I said, every race we've been in so far, it's been entertaining. Like this one started off with a couple of wrecks in the beginning and then got strung out and got a long green flag run to end it.
Well, they did it, man, and we hung in there with the guys all through the 6 cautions that flew tonight, and we went to the end of it and got our interviews in. I was a little concerned about getting Cade in here.
Yeah.
We tried it a couple times, and he kept leaving on us, didn't he?
Yeah.
But we finally got him in here at the end and got to do the interview, so we got all 3 of the top 3 out of the way. Congratulations to Michael Mueller, driver of the 51 car on your first win of the season here at Phoenix. And, man, the Hard Luck Award, without a doubt, has to go to the 30 of Justin Gann.
Yeah. That was unfortunate.
And Gann's going to wind up bringing it home 7th, so he did salvage a good finish there, a lap down. Shout out to Gary Wells, bringing it home in the top 5, and he was missing a nose on his car, so he took advantage of Nation's weight reduction. And then Jarrett Lipster in 6th, and we're going to take a look at the results right here. So top of the field here, top of the board, Michael Mueller, 51 car. He did tonight what I seen him do about 8 times last season. So Mueller pulls it off here tonight for his first win of the season. Cade Sayer in the 12 had a great run. He started 19th and drove his way through the field to finish 2nd tonight. So great run to the driver of the 12 car. Tommy Haynes in 3rd, the bootlegger car. Love the paint, man. Love the paint scheme. Fourth place, Todd Cray. What can you? Cray, man, that dude will battle. That driver of the 22. If you're going to get around him, you're going to earn it, man. He's a will man.
Yeah, he's not going to pull over for you.
No, Todd Cray's a will man. He's a driver, and that was awesome racing out of the 22 tonight, bringing it home fourth. Fifth tonight, no nose on the car, did a little weight reduction to it. That's the 11 of Gary Wells. Sixth place, the 99 of Jarrett Lipstrewer. He started fifth, so he finished right around the fifth spot in sixth with the 99 car. So great run for Jarrett tonight. Justin Gann, Hard Luck Award, started on the pole tonight, had a fast hot rod. In the 30 car on that final pit stop, little problem on pit road entry, and it cost him a lap. Eighth place, 27 car Jonathan Cogswell. In ninth was John Wimbish in the 56, and a shout out to John there. He was another one with a weight reduction with the 56 car and brings it home in the top 10 in ninth. And then in 10th, we got James Gannier in the 14 car. So 11th tonight, Brandon Freeze in the 21. Back in 12th was the 4 of Andrew Mraz, and the 4 needed a great race, man. He's just having some bad luck. But still able to salvage a pretty decent points night in the top 12 there for Andrew. 13th was the 16 of Joshua Kanata. Back in 14th, my pick to win it tonight, the 00 of Nick Hunt. 15th was the 18 of KC Duncan, and back in 16th, the 02 of David Kamara. In 17th was Coop's pick, the 5 of Chad Osborne. In 18th was the 59 of Jim Thorndike, and 19th was the 48 of Steve Dutz, and back in 20th was the 93 of Patrick DeSaliner. 21st, Darren Clement in the 32. And 22nd was David Medina Sr. in the 9, and that is going to do it for your finishing order at Phoenix, race number 3 on the season. We're going to take a couple of weeks off, so is Swift Motorsports, and we're going to see you guys back on June 17th. I want everybody to enjoy their holiday weekend and actually the next couple of weeks, and have a great night. Stay safe this weekend. That's the number one thing. Stay safe. So we want to see everybody back on June 17th. Right, Michael?
Yes, we do.
And we can't do that if you don't stay safe. So make sure you stay safe this weekend. Uno Importino, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I just said, Michael.
I don't either.
He don't know. Probably nobody knows. But think about that for 2 weeks. That'll give you something to do. With that, though, we're going to see you on June 17th. Michael McCauley, man, thanks for joining us in the booth here. You do.
Yeah.
The rookie of the Village Idiot Rookie of the Year. But
yeah, I'm enjoying it.
You're starting to nail it, dude. You really are. You're getting more confidence when you're in the booth, and you're starting to nail it, man.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's fun. I enjoy doing it.
But thank you to all the viewers who come in, chatted it up in the comments. I probably never laughed so hard in my life or this hard in a long time. It got pretty funny.
Yeah.
So hopefully all the viewers that come in afterwards, the guys that race in the league, will enjoy some of that commentary in the chat there. And just kind of lighten the mood up quite a bit. And I don't know. They'll enjoy it. But give us a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And we'll catch you on June 17th. Have a great night and a safe weekend.